What's going on, guys? Carl here from Sledge Strength, continuing on with our rugby pre-season video series. Today I thought I'd bring a video on agility training. Had a lot of questions around this, a lot of guys asking how do I become more agile for my sport. So hopefully this video can really clear up a few questions and you can start designing your own programs from this and start to excel more on the field. Before I get started, I will be doing this in context to rugby, but you've just got to change a few of the drills at the end or a few of the concepts to apply to your own sport. So to start with, agility training is made up of two key concepts. You've got your motor patterns and your psychomotor perception. So your motor patterns to start off with is your change of direction. So your shuffle drills, crossover, jab, drop steps, anything like that, different movement strategies to get back to acceleration or change the direction efficiently. It's a very closed skill, so it can just be done by itself. There's no interaction with the environment, you're just learning the patterns. This forms a large base in the training to start with, so there's a lot of sort of criticism of closed skills or just the motor patterns and change of directions. However, I believe that you've got to form a base somewhere in that general sort of training to be able to develop these motor patterns and become proficient at them to then apply them in an open, chaotic setting on the field. Next up, you've got your perceptive work. So this is reacting to a stimulus. It can start off with just a general stimulus that has no context to the sport. You can get a lot of benefit out of this to start with. I like to include some reactive work at the start of early pre-season, off-season with my motor pattern work, just as a bit of an extended warm-up to get people reacting. So you can use your mirror drills, reacting to a colored cone. Coach tells you go different directions, whatever it may be. You can sort of play around with this a little bit. But as we start to progress more in the pre-season, usually post-Christmas, just pre-Christmas maybe even, it needs to start becoming a bit more sport-specific. So your perception and your reactive agility is highly contextual to the sport. So what would work for a soccer player might not work for a rugby player. What works for an MMA fighter is not the same kind of agility for a rugby player either. So sport specific, I like to include the rugby ball quite a lot. Also reacting to things around the ruck, or like to create routes or kind of different movement strategies that would be needed in the game of rugby, and start developing drills around there. So using the ball a lot here, reacting to other players, tackle bags, anything like that. And as we start to progress more through the preseason is where you really start to lean on your attack coaches, defense coaches to come up with more ideas for your drills, because obviously they know the sport more than you. So if you can get some ideas from them and then apply it to the principles you want, you can really make some great agility sort of training that will be highly contextual to your sport. So all you got to do is shape your environment, include some sport specific movements and stimuli, and then you've got yourself a really good agility training program. Hope that helps, guys. If you've got any messages about questions or anything at all, if you need some help writing your own program, be sure to leave it in the comments, send me an email or a message, and I'm happy to help.